Hey angels! In the last month, I've been walking 10,000 steps every single day, and today I'm going to spill all about it. The bad, the good, and the ugly. If you haven't been here before, my name is Eileen, and I'm your internet bestie who will help you find joy, confidence, and clarity through young adulthood. Because I was where you were 5 years ago. I'm a multi-passionate woman who was so lost and didn't know what to do with my life. So I hope you enjoy what you see today and consider subscribing. Let's go back to how it all started. A few months ago, I was standing in front of my bedroom mirror. I was looking at this body that I no longer recognized. My belly was poking out, and I just felt so bad about my body image. I was insecure. I felt unattractive. And honestly, and not even joking, I felt like a potato. My clothes just didn't fit the same way. Everything just felt so tight. And I thought to myself, when did my body become so resistant of losing weight? And I cannot just start over again. I've tried and failed so many times now. And even though I was still going to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, my body just didn't reflect that. I just wanted to feel good in my body again. And I just want to look in the mirror and not feel so gross. The only thing that I could think of is to do cardio. But that is my worst enemy. And more workouts, I already struggle to show up at the gym, and that's like already 2 to 3 times a week. Where am I going to find the motivation and the time to work out 5 days a week? Do I need to stop seeing my friends? I'm not going to be able to eat out, and all those thoughts just bubble up. And I thought I must be out of my mind to think I could do all those. Plus, my energy drops off during my period. So what I needed was a simpler solution. Then I remember a couple months back when I'm the corporate slave who was just trying to fit in, and we had September. And I did so well that month. I had the best step count I could over the whole 3 years. And to my surprise, when I reflected on it, I actually really enjoyed walking. So this was the perfect solution, just walk more. It is a small enough goal that it will help me increase my caloric deficit by burning more calories. And it was so easy as well. So here comes the challenge. I commit to walk 10,000 steps every single day for the next 30 days. No extra gym sessions, no boot camps. I'm just going to walk. And with my shiny new goal, I decided to reward myself first, of course, with a brand new pair of kicks. This should keep me walking. And because I know myself so well, I decided to keep myself even more motivated by making a stamp card. Every 4 weeks I hit the 10,000 steps daily. I would reward myself with something I love, like a book, a massage, or sushi dinner. So I was so excited to look forward to ticking this stamp every single week. And this is my soft way of keeping myself accountable. Because even if I missed a week, I wouldn't beat myself up for it, and instead just try again. And with that, my walking journey begins. Week 1. Starting was actually so difficult. I was so surprised at my sedentary lifestyle. I am a corporate slave who sits at my desk for 8 hours a day. And if I don't move, I barely made 3,000 steps. And trust me, there are days that I don't even have 100 steps. So I really needed to consciously plan my walks. According to my calculations, if I need 10,000 steps, that means I need to walk 100 minutes. The best way was to do this into 4 different sessions, 3 short and 1 long walks. So I split my steps into 15 minutes chunk, mornings, after lunch, after dinner, and then 30 minutes after work. Sounds easy, right? But no. Forcing yourself out of the house is actually so difficult for a potato. Some days I didn't want to leave the house, but once I got outside, it was easier. I was enjoying the view. Week 2. I started to run out of places to walk to. The park near my house got boring and there were only so many different paths I could take to go to the same park or to walk around the park or going into the supermarket. So I needed to get creative. When my steps are low at night, I walked around the living room, literally. And when I was waiting for the traffic light, I was walking on one spot. People looking at me crazy, but come on, your girl gotta hit a goal. And I chose stairs instead of lifts. My partner thought I was nuts. What was I doing? But I was in my groove and I was doing really well. 3rd week, to my surprise, I actually craved movement. If I didn't walk, I feel like I needed to move my body. There are days that I didn't hit the 10,000 steps, but I never missed twice. And that was such a good habit that I learned from Atomic Habit. And that just kept me going. And because I was craving the movement, it was so easy for me to just keep moving and make up the steps that I had missed out. I forgave myself to keep me going. And even though there was difficult days at work when I was just glued to my desk and I couldn't get out of the house, still I was able to make it up and nailed it. Week 4, the final home stretch. Woohoo! Honestly, this was such a breeze. Even on my work from home day, I found a way to walk. I walked my cat. I went shopping for groceries. Even though I live just downstairs from a shopping mall, I purposely go grocery shopping a few times a day just so I can get my steps in and also to make me feel like I'm doing something productive and not just walking around aimlessly. So naturally I had to talk to shopkeepers. I started saying hi to my neighbors and walking became a part of me. It was easy. It was something I had to now do every day. Mentally, it helped me to take a break from work and relax my eyeballs from staring at the screens for so long. So that was it, the end of 30 days. I was so proud of myself for being able to tick off every single week that I do 70,000 steps. And you know what? It wasn't even that hard. And it gave me such an enormous gift. That is, my mental health improved tremendously. I noticed that my morning walks actually gave me energy. My routine that I've tried so hard to perfect finally clicked. Steps and sunlight, and then cold shower. And then I have so much energy afterwards. Even on days that I felt sore or low or just can't be bothered, just moving and doing steps helped me to reset and energize me. And I didn't even need to force myself or feel guilty if I couldn't make it to the gym because I've moved already enough. And going on walks in nature really calms me down to help me unplug after a long work day, or even just as amazing breaks because your brain is able to, instead of looking at the screens and scrolling, I've got this dopamine from nature, and that's 100 times better and made me feel so good, and I just loved it. And you have no idea how many podcasts I listen to on my walks and so much knowledge that I was able to download. So I just really love this routine. And you know what? I am actually going to make it a habit. How crazy. Now to the more serious benefit, that is my physical body. I've lost 3 centimeters off my waist, but it's not just because of steps. I was tracking my macro and I was lifting weight 3 times a week. So I cannot attribute everything to walking, but one thing is true. Walking made it easier to stay consistent. Once my shoes are on, gym felt so frictionless. When I started to walk, I must now hit the gym and lift weights. There's something in my body just screaming that, let's go, I have so much energy, we need to bust out all this energy away. So I was like I was on this gym fanatic momentum, and it was insane. I was unstoppable. At the end, this was never about hitting 10,000 steps. This was about making a promise to myself and earning respect from completing that promise. It's about choosing movement over perfection, nature over treadmill. And you know what? It's all about showing up. You don't need to have a dramatic overhaul. Start small, start walking one step at a time. If you're also on a weight loss journey, be sure to check out this video where I have consolidated all the tips that I've learned. Until next time, take care of yourself, angels.